name is Neela. I was born in the old part of Kabul, where the streets were narrow and the stones under our feet carried the stories of many generations. My childhood was filled with the sound of laughter, the smell of bread from small bakeries, and the call of vendors selling fruits and tea. But more than anything, my childhood was filled with music. I used to sing, and Haroon used to play his rhubarb. He was my closest friend, my secret love, and the soul of every melody I ever sang. We grew up side by side. When I sang, he listened with eyes full of light, and when he played, my heart followed the strings as if they were connected to my own breath. Our world was small, only a few alleys, a few rooftops, and the broken walls of an old ruin where we spent our afternoons. But inside that small world, we had everything. We had dreams, and we had each other. I still remember the first day I dared to sing loudly in the street. The sun was setting, and the stones of the alley glowed orange. I was shy, but Haroon whispered, "Sing, Neela, let the walls hear you." So I opened my mouth and let my voice rise. The old women smiled from their windows, and children clapped their hands. Haroon played his rhubarb with pride, his fingers sure and steady. That was the first time I realized that singing was not only my joy, but also our shared language. As we grew older, our friendship turned into something deeper. We never spoke the words of love, but every song, every glance, every silence between us carried the truth. My parents sometimes noticed the way I looked at him, and they smiled without saying anything. His family was poor, but they were kind. I knew we could have had a simple life together. Maybe one day, a small house, music in the evenings, and laughter in the mornings. That dream kept me alive. But life in Kabul was never safe. We knew the dangers. Sometimes we heard about attacks, about people who wanted to silence music, about men with guns who believed joy was forbidden. Still, we were young, and love made us fearless. One afternoon, we went to the old ruin where we often practiced. It was half a building, half a memory, with broken arches and weeds growing in the cracks. I carried my small notebook of songs, and Haroon carried his rhubarb. The air was calm, and I felt as if the city was holding its breath just for us. We sat on a fallen stone, and I began to sing a song about hope, about rivers that never stop flowing. Haroon closed his eyes and let his fingers dance on the strings. Then, suddenly, the sound of boots, rough voices. Shadows fell across the broken walls. I froze. A group of armed men stepped forward, their faces hard, their eyes filled with anger. They shouted at us, called us sinners, told me to stop singing. My heart pounded so hard, I thought it would break my chest. Before I could move, Haroon stood in front of me. He spread his arms wide, his body between me and the men. "Run, Neela," he shouted. His voice was desperate but strong. I wanted to stay, to fight, but he pushed me with his eyes, with the force of his love. I turned and ran, my legs heavy, my throat burning with tears. Behind me, I heard a scream, a shot, the breaking of strings. I never saw him again. For days I searched. I asked, I begged, I cried. But Haroun was gone. Some said he died there in the ruin. Some said he was taken away. I only knew that his rhubarb was broken, and the echo of his last song haunted me. My heart felt torn, like a page ripped from my own story. My family decided to leave Afghanistan. They said it was too dangerous for me. With heavy steps and a broken soul, I left the city where my love had died. I carried nothing but my notebook of songs and one string from Haroun's rhubarb, which I found on the ground that day. Now I live in Europe. The streets here are wide and clean, but they feel empty. People smile, but they do not know my story. At night, I sing in small cafes. My voice travels through the air, but it is not only my voice. It is his too. Every note I sing carries Haroun's memory. When I close my eyes, I see him in the ruin, his arms spread, his face calm, even in danger. He gave his life so I could run, so my song could survive. Sometimes, after a performance, strangers tell me my songs are full of pain. They ask me why I sing with tears in my eyes. I only smile. They do not know that every song is a letter to Haroun. They do not know that when I sing, I am standing again in the alley of Kabul, hearing the echo of his rhubarb. Each year, on the day I lost him, I wear the same blue scarf he once gave me. I walk to the nearest old stone street I can find, and I sing the song we wrote together. I imagine he is sitting there, smiling, his fingers ready to play. But only the wind answers me. My life has gone on. I teach music to children. I tell them about the power of a song, about how music can heal even when the heart is broken. Sometimes, I tell them about a boy named Haroun, who believed in love and in music more than in fear. They listen with wide eyes, and I see in them a reflection of our lost dream. I am still Neela, the girl from the stone-paved alleys, the girl who loved a boy with a rhubarb. My voice is my gift, my curse, and my memory. Every song I sing is my way of keeping him alive. And even though he is gone, I know love does not die. It changes. It hides in melodies. It waits in echoes. Haroun gave me his life. I give him my voice. And together, even across death and distance, we still make music.